Brown had
Womp,
a huge day
womp.
for me. 284 yards.
Womp womp.
Yeah, you're probably gonna win. I've used up all my players.
All right. Oh,
I lost my other matchup. I scored 158 points, and I'm still gonna lose my other. No, I've lost actually. I'm 169 to 158. I hate that,
I hate it too.
especially when you have the second highest score of the week, and you play against a guy who had the highest score of the week, but you still get a loss because you were in the wrong matchup.
You should have had better players.
That's what she said.
I did have better players, but I was in the wrong team. Again, matchup.
Well, again, you should have had better players. All right,
Already Turco argument.
all right. I'm ready to go when you guys are.
The record button has been pressed.
Spectacular.
Super duper.
All right. Ah.
Scotch.
How now, brown cow?
How now?
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
I love that we all just go right to Anchorman.
I mean, you gotta.
Ah! Look at this. This is Bush League. If you were a man, I would punch you. Lanolin? Like sheep's wool? All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Rabble of Thrones. Today we're going to talk about Season 2, Episode 1, The North Remembers.
All right.
All right. So I'm so excited that we're now on Season 2. Season 2 is great. And there's a lot of things that I forgot. And I'm glad that, you know, I love rewatching. Anyways, so we start with Joffrey's name day.
Yeah.
And
he is such a super cunt.
oh my god, right?
Like, I forgot how much of an actual cunt he is.
He's pretty brutal. Like pretty brutal. So
It's fucking awful.
the dudes are fighting
Yeah.
and
It's a bad fight. Come on.
and it was the Hound, right? And the
Yeah, it
Hound's like kicking the shit out of the guy, and then he goes falling off the side. And I'm like, and when he lands on the ground, it doesn't look that bad, right? You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
He just
it's
fell.
alright.
Fuck it off.
Yeah.
And then they
Fine.
drag the body away a little bit later, and it's like a trail of blood, and it's like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't survive.
He's real dead.
Yeah,
Fuck.
he squished. He squished. So,
You had it fine.
I know. It fell off on its own. I don't know how to fix it. This never goes in properly anymore.
That's what she
that
said.
is what she said.
We're trying to get the boob count number
I
up.
got it. Okay, I can't see it. It's not on
No,
camera.
camera. Can I turn this a little bit?
Yes.
just turn it.
Perfect.
There you
Oh,
go.
you're too. Okay, now you have to move in though.
There we go.
All
Perfect.
right.
All right. Thank you, Rabble Batman. So,
Stage today once again.
yeah, always saving the day. So, okay, so after the Hound fights, they call the next fight, and it's some dude and some other dude. Well, when they call the second dude, whose name I cannot remember,
They call him twice.
they call him twice, and he comes out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's a big fat like goofy guy, and he's putting his helmet on like backwards, and
Yeah.
so Joffrey's like, wait, are you drunk? And the guy's like, "Oh no, I'm not.
Glasses of wine.
I'm not drunk. I only had two cups of wine." And he's like, "2? That's nothing, man. Come on over, have some more.
Have some more.
It's my fucking birthday, man. Let's fucking rock out." So he says to Marin, like, "Yo, let's make sure Fatty over here gets his fill of wine."
Yeah.
So
So good.
yeah, so he goes to start like drowning him in wine, and Sansa, who, god damn it, I fucking hate Sansa. Anyways,
Yeah, like you ruined a good thing now.
but no, that's not what I meant. But okay, we'll go with that. No,
Well, I
but
mean,
she's like,
she could have saved a lot of trouble for later.
this is true.
Just say.
This is true. So she says, "Oh, you can't." And Joffrey's like, "Well, what do you mean I can't? I'm the fucking king. I do whatever I want."
Don't tell me I can't, bitch.
And she's like, "Well, you know, it's bad luck to kill someone on your name day." And he's like, "Oh, this is some stupid peasant superstition. I don't fucking. And then the Hound pipes up, and he's like, "No, you know what, man? She's right. You kill someone, and it'll haunt you all year."
Yeah.
And so here's another example of the Hound
Oh, take like watching out.
Yeah,
for,
the Hound-
watching out for Sansa.
Yeah.
Like it's these small things that I don't catch until and again, this is my fifth time watching season 2.
Number 5.
Isn't it number 4? Number 4.
There are 4 lives.
Oh, okay. Now we're just quoting like 7 different things.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Number 8.
Is it number 8? Is that what it is? All right. Anyways, so he decides that he's gonna make this guy his new fool, and so Sansa basically saves this dude's life, which comes back way later on, which is cool when it comes back. But we're gonna leave it there. We're not gonna go ahead and spoil it now. You can go back and listen or whatever.
Although I'll tell you this, that same actor dies in Pierre Capaldi's first episode as Doctor Who.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so as they're sitting there, Bronn and fucking Tyrion come waltzing in, and I'm like, yes, fucking Bronn and Tyrion. They're gonna fuck shit up in the capital.
He comes in like he is the hot shit too.
Right.
Like he is the bee's knees.
Right. And so Tyrion says to Sansa like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry for your loss." And Joffrey's like, "What loss? He was a traitor." Yeah, and he's like, "But she was still her father, and as someone who lost their father recently, you could probably attest to, being upset that your father's dead."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I guess."
But he's like, "But I'm a douche." So.
Yeah, but I'm a big cockknocker, so whatever.
And that Baratheon dude's not my real dad.
That's
Oh,
right.
he doesn't know that.
I have an uncle dad.
An uncle dad.
So
I'm my own grandpa.
Was that from the Stupids?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Nice.
that's a
The
terrible
old
movie.
people are the only people here that are gonna get that. That's it.
That's
I've
a
never seen it. You just.
That's
I
a
just
terrible
don't know
movie.
for some reason.
Lindsay would like that reference though.
Yeah, she thinks that's.
It
yeah,
is
fantastic.
such a bad movie.
So, okay, so then, Joffrey, Tyrion, says some more shit, and he's like, "All right, well, I'd like to stay and chat, but I got shit to do," and takes off. And Joffrey's like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" And so now we flash to the small council. And they're like, Pycelle's like, all the Meisters have gotten together and they declared that summer is officially over. So now, after such a long summer, probably going to have a really long winter.
Epic winter.
Right. And Baelish is like, well, we got enough wheat for 5 years, but after that, we'll probably just have less peasants. So,
Yeah,
which
that's
I'm like,
basically
yeah.
that's basically how it went down.
Right.
Yeah.
So Tyrion comes strolling in, and
Seriously, like, what the fuck?
yeah, she's like, "What are you doing here?"
What you doing here?
He's like, "Well, Hand of the King usually gets to hang out at the small council meetings."
What up, bitch?
Yeah. And she's like, "You're not Hand of the King. Father is." And he's
Imagine
like,
we wrote that scene just like that. So
Yeah. There's is it the bad lip reading, or it might have been the bad lip reading where when he walks up, it's like he licks her face. Anyways,
I haven't watched it.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Yet.
You haven't seen the Game of Thrones bad lip reading?
No.
Okay, anybody who's listening to this podcast and hasn't
Don't stop
seen,
and listen. Watch it after you're done.
pause this right now. You pause it right
I'm not
now.
watching it live.
You go to YouTube, blip, 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 and then
Live.
well, if you're watching it live, finish watching us, then
Yeah.
bad lip reading Game of Thrones is fantastic. Anyways, back to this episode.
Uh-huh.
So he tells her, yeah, Dad said I get to be Hand of the King. Stick it up your butt. We really should write the show. I think the conversations would be way better.
See this letter, bitch?
Yeah.
Stick it where my brother's stuck.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my god, this actually gave me an idea.
Mm,
We should do.
I'm intrigued.
We should do. No. We should do fucking like Mystery Science Theater 3000 version,
Oh,
right?
I like it.
yes.
Where the thing plays and then there's us in the front, and yeah,
I'm on board. Let's do this.
I think it would be good.
This could be fun.
Yeah.
There's our new weekly segment.
No,
So-
that's a whole other show.
That's like a whole other
Oh,
podcast.
that's like another. It's a different show.
That would
Under
be-
the Rabble of Thrones umbrella. Don't get me
right,
wrong.
right.
So it's a sub
it's-
of a sub.
But it's like it's its own thing.
The Rabble of Thrones is no longer a sub of anything. It's its own thing now.
Oh, look at that, eh? Host is like saying,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah, throwing down, brother.
We branched off of the Cinematic Inquisition.
So she kicks everybody out of the room. She's like, "Fuck you guys, get out. We gotta handle this shit." So, she says, "Oh, I don't know, how you convinced father to let you do this," and he's like, "Oh, what did he say?"
I did nothing.
Oh,
My favorite line from this scene
yeah,
is, "Must be hard for you."
right. To be the disappointing
child.
child. Yeah,
Such a good
it's
line.
a very good line. And then, so then he tells her, like, you fucked up by letting Joffrey kill Ned. We could have traded, and this all could have been over. And
now we have two Starks. Their daughters. So you love your children.
Yeah.
So do the Starks. We have two of them to give back.
hold on though, because he says you love your children. That's your one redeeming quality.
Yeah.
He goes, that and your cheekbones. Just like, it was such a good line. Anyways, yeah. So we have the two Stark girls. We'll trade them straight up for Jaime. This whole thing's squashed.
And then she says one.
Well, we have one. What do you mean we have one? Well, we lost the other one. So
We don't know where Arya is.
we have no idea where Arya is.
They have no idea. Like, from season 2 on, no one has no clue where
Not
Arya
a
is.
Seems
clue.
like, and it seems like they didn't really care either.
Yeah.
Like, to me, if this was me and I was the Lannisters, and I know that they have one of us, and I have one of them, but potentially two, I would be scouring the fucking countryside to find the other one.
Put up bounty signs, something.
Anything.
Crow, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and
whatever.
even at the end of this episode, they're searching the fucking country for bastards.
Right. So, yeah,
So
why not just...
Why not search for Arya at the same fucking time?
Exactly.
Especially
It just,
when they find-
it's actually really handy that she just happens to be traveling with one of the bastards.
just saying.
Yeah.
So,
And it's Gendry, again. Once.
You fucking morons.
all right. So then we go to Winterfell, right? And Bran is listening to all the sob stories of...
And I wrote notes for this episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
And I said, "Who fucking cares about your goddamn walls?"
Right? Yeah, like, fuck you,
Nobody gives
bro.
a flying fuck about
Yeah,
your
fuck you,
goddamn
bro.
walls.
Get out of here. So,
Get out of here. If the Lannisters come up here and battle,
your
nobody's-
walls...
your walls are gonna go anyway. So go away.
Be gone.
Yeah, so then he has his, like, warg dream
Yeah.
where he's... What's his fucking direwolf's name again?
Oh.
This is where Tay comes in really handy.
Mhm.
We forgot to have the no boobs logo.
No. Yeah.
Oh no, that was just for Scotch porting, right? We would have the no
I'm
boobs.
sure it'll work for Rabble of Thrones too.
Yeah.
Like, just across the logo, just have say no boobs.
Right.
Nah, babes.
Which would be confusing with our boob count. So maybe we don't want to do that. I don't know. So anyways, all right. Anyways,
Brand's direwolf is named Summer.
Summer. Okay, so he's warged into Summer in his dream.
Yes.
And he's like running around the forest, and then he gets to the... Oh, he looks up, he sees the comet,
Yeah.
which I totally had forgotten about.
Yeah, me too.
And then he goes to the tree and the little pond, and he looks in the pond, and it's like, oh shit, I'm a wolf. And then he wakes up, and then he's talking to Osha.
And then, like, well, he decides to go on that same adventure
Right, just
Right.
riding Hodor.
with Hodor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
riding Hodor.
He's like, you had that dream again, didn't you?
It's like,
Hodor.
I don't have any dreams.
Hodor.
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 Can we just do the rest of the episode like we're Hodor?
Hodor. Could you imagine an
Subtitles?
entire episode?
It'd be
Subtitles?
spectacular.
We'd have to have a script.
That would be spectacular. So
You know what you could do though is just randomly just have it all the time at the bottom of the screen, just saying Hodor.
that's
just-
good.
That's the subtitle. Yeah.
That's
Just
Hodor,
saying
yeah.
Hodor.
Yeah.
Right,
just
and then we have it translated for Hodor.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Okay.
That's-
So they start talking about like the different meanings of what different people think the comet means. Like one guy thinks it's red, so Lannisters are gonna win. Other guy's like, oh, it means Rob's gonna win in victory or in battle. And then Osha's like, no, the comet means dragons.
Dragons, bitch.
Yeah. So, so then we get to Daenerys and her
Speaking of dragons,
and her little baby Drogon, sorry. And that's the only one they showed in this episode, right? Was Drogon?
they just showed the one. Yeah.
Yeah. He was so little and cute, just hanging out. She's trying to feed him, and he's like not having it.
Nothing to do with it.
Right. And so then the chick's like, oh, didn't your brother tell you what they ate? And she's like, well, they eat meat. And she's like, well, didn't he tell you? And she's like, my brother didn't know shit. Guy was a fucking idiot. Like, come on.
He thought he was a dragon.
Right. Obviously, he was an idiot.
Like, what up, bitch?
Yeah. So, yeah. So then the horse that Drogo gave to her just fucking keels over and dies. And
Have something to eat.
yeah, so now it's like she's talking to Jorah, and Jorah's like, if we go this way, we could run into these people. They'll kill us and take your dragons. If we go this other way, they'll kill us and take your dragons. Basically, everybody's gonna just kill us and take your dragons. And she's like, well, that's not happening. So she calls the three dudes, and she's like, you go east, you go northeast, you go southeast. Find me something.
Yep.
Anything. I don't care. A fucking river, a city, whether there's people, whether there's not people. I don't care. Just find us somewhere to go. So then the dudes take off.
Peace.
So then the camera pans up to the comet, which this shot was really cool because the camera pans up to the comet and then pans back down, and it's boom, like north of the wall. So you go from like the desert to like
Snow.
the polar opposite.
Going straight to snow.
Yeah, so they're marching through the woods, and Sam apparently broke the cart because he's so fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not jokes.
Yeah, it was funny.
I just wanted to hear you stop whining about your goddamn feet.
Because if you guys remember, I complained a lot about Sam early on.
Yeah.
I find him way more endearing now than I did before, and I don't know if it's because his character goes through such a like he's not the bumbling idiot now that he was back where we're watching now.
Yeah.
So I think that because he's gone through that change, now it's like when I go back and look at this, he's more endearing to me.
Well, and I mean, I think just to go like if you were the type of guy he was and being sent to the wall at that time, you're like, well, nothing's happening up here. I'm just whatever.
Right.
Whatevs.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill. And do I really have to do this crap? And then once shit happens to him, he goes, "Oh fuck, okay."
And he gets his shit together.
That's his
right.
turning.
Yeah. Okay. I could deal with that. So they go to Craster's Keep.
Yep.
Craster, of course, has daughters / wives, and lots of them.
Lots.
He marries his daughters, and then Jon Snow's like,
Get busy.
well, what does he do with his sons? Which we find out later what he does with his sons.
Yeah, it's interesting that nobody had an answer to that.
Right.
Nobody said anything.
Right. Well, because nobody knew. But I mean, you think you assumed
somebody knew.
Right. It's not like he's only making girls.
Yeah. Nobody's that good.
So, Mormont and him are talking inside, and Jon Snow comes in and
chirps.
And yeah, he says something, and then the guy looks at him and he's like, man, he's like, you're prettier than half my wives. And asks him if he's got a wet twat between his legs. I'm just like, that's gross.
Very.
That's gross. Stop being gross. So clearly Craster does not like the look of Jon Snow.
No.
Jon Snow has offended him deeply. So
by just being there, I don't even think what he said
yeah,
had
exactly.
anything.
So he mentions Mance Rayder. He says he's gathering an army. He mentions Benjen Stark. He says he hasn't seen Benjen Stark in months, and he says that he never liked Benjen. This is actually when Jon walks in, right? But he says he never liked Benjen Stark because he doesn't like him. And so obviously it's like, oh, the Starks, because they're noble, don't like Craster because he's a piece of shit.
Well, he is a piece of shit.
So I guess they were trading him weapons and food or wine or whatever so they could stay. And they said they'd stay out in the...
Yeah, we brought our own food.
Right. So we're not going to be a bother. We just need somewhere to camp up for.
Yeah, we're not even going to look at your daughters / wives.
Don't look. And and Jon Snow, if this guy does it, I'm just going to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
So they get outside, him and Mormont like throws him against the wall. And he's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, who are you? Like,
well,
what do you?"
First asks, "Who am I?"
Right. Who am I? Right.
And then he asks, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And do you want to lead one day?
Do you want to lead one day and shut the fuck up?
If you want to lead, you got to learn to follow.
Right. I'm very happy about this next scene, by the way.
I know. My note is Milky Lady.
My note says my Milky Lady. Biatch. So then
that's how the scene played out. It's the exact same word.
And Thug Life showed up inside too.
So, I'm very happy about this next scene, by the way.
I know. My note is Milky Lady.
My note says my Milky Lady. So she shows up, and she's burning shit and talking about
shit on fire.
Yeah,
she is just a pyro.
For the night is dark and full of terrors. She says that a couple times, and she's like, yo, like, if you are the prophecy of the guy who takes this is not right.
Fuck up, man.
Yeah, this is not right. This lady's leading us to places that he shouldn't go. So we go inside his the flaming sword and yada yada yada, and then Stannis picks up the flaming sword. The whole time the Meister's talking to Davos and saying like, yo,
we gotta stop this shit.
Like, this is not right.
Fuck up, man.
Yeah, this is not right. This lady's leading us to places that he shouldn't go. So we go inside his the castle. Fuck, what's the castle called? Is there a name for it?
I'm pretty sure there is a name for it. I forget what it is.
Anyways, they're in his room with the crazy table. That table's awesome. And so Davos' son, whose name I can't remember, but he's writing the letter.
Dragonstone.
Thank you. So he's writing the letter to all the other lords, because Stannis says he's like, Ned Stark sent the letter to only me, and then he died. He's like, so I'm not making that same mistake. Everyone's gonna know the truth, and that way no one can say they didn't know that Joffrey wasn't the rightful king.
Yeah.
So he's writing the note, and he's like, my beloved brother Robert was, and Stannis stops him. He's like, he was my beloved brother. I didn't love him.
I didn't like that guy at all.
He didn't love me. It's like, and then and then he's
fuck him.
Right, and then so he gets to Jaime Lannister, and he writes Jaime Lannister, and he's like, Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. And then he's like, okay, and you see him like erasing, and Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. And he's like, well, we should call him Sir Jaime Lannister. I mean, he is a knight after all, so he should have his title. So, okay, so Sir Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. So then...
It's just an asshole.
Yeah.
He's bitter.
I mean, no, I mean, and Taze mentioned this, and Stannis is just the guy. He's like, but I'm the king. Like, nobody else has a rightful... Like, it's mine. the fact that
it's truly his,
and the fact that anybody else is saying anything different is crazy. And he's just like, it's mine. Like, you can't try to tell me that it's not.
Whose machine is it?
My machines. How is that helpful? Yes. Where were we? Okay. Oh yeah. So the maester gets up and he's like, oh, I just want to. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I know I said some shit, but you're right. If you want to take on the new Lord of Light, then let's fucking do this. Let's have a toast. And they did show him put the drop in beforehand, and Davos like tries to stop him, and he's like, no, brother, I got this. I got this
shit.
I got it.
I'm willing to for the cows.
So he's like, yeah, we should totally like just like toast to King Stannis, the one true king. And he takes a drink, and then he hands it to Melisandre, and she like holds it for a second, and you see blood start dripping down his nose a bit.
Oh. Then she takes a big swig,
and then she just like gulps it, and the blood is just pouring down his face, and he falls over, and she's like, yeah, there's tons of shit in this world, but fire just burns it all away.
Yep. And then Thug Life shows up.
And then Thug Life and the small sunglass. No, it was the Deal With It sunglasses came down.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it wasn't Thug Life. Oh, I forgot one other thing. The Davos or the Maester, one of them said that they should join forces with Renly or with Robb. And he's like, nope. He's like, I'm the king. They're rebels as far as I'm concerned, and they can either join me or who cares? Right. So
what up?
So now Robb goes and talks to Jaime.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
Great scene.
My God.
Jaime calls him a boy a bunch of times.
Yeah. He's like, does it bother you that I'm calling you boy? So he's like, so Jaime, the gist of the conversation is like, why do you keep Jaime's like, why do you keep dragging me around with you? You could leave me here, you could leave me there. And Robb's like, well, listen, he's like, if I leave you with this guy, then all of a sudden, the Lannisters know where he is, and the guy gets the note, like, hey,
his bank account's gonna be filled.
Yeah, give us Jaime, and you get a bunch of money, and if you don't, we're gonna come and fuck your shit up. Yep. And so Robb's like, I'm not stupid, and Jaime's like, so you don't trust your men? He's like, I trust them with my life, I just don't trust them with yours.
And it's a fair point.
It is, because they would sell him out in a second.
Absolutely.
Right. So then he keeps talking shit, and then his little direwolf just comes around, and it's like, you gonna keep talking shit, Jaime Lannister, or what? And the wolf like right in his face. I'm still like trying to figure out exactly when Jaime Lannister switches, because he still hasn't switched. He's still a douchebag.
I think it's when Brienne shows up.
Yeah.
Is it? Is that it?
I know we're shows up, but we'll definitely find.
We're gonna pinpoint it. We are gonna pinpoint it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay, so now we go back to the capital, and my note literally, Shay sucks.
Mine is Shay ... whore.
Yeah. So cities make me want to fuck is one of the lines she says.
And I love the smell of cum.
And yes, like
that's basically what she says.
I mean, I get it, but man, the city is full of liars. Like this scene is fucking all it is so is weird. All it is. The important thing to take away from this scene is Tyrion says you have to be careful because if anybody finds out you're here, it's gonna be trouble, and that's it. So now we'll move on.
Such a weird scene.
So now we'll move on because scenes with Shay are awful.
Word.
All right.
We now go to Littlefinger.
Littlefinger and Cersei, yes. So, Cersei wants help finding Arya.
Yeah.
And she's like,
she's the only one who cares about where Arya is.
Does she?
Well, she's the only one that says she cares about where Arya is.
Right. So,
Not even Sansa's worried about Arya.
No.
I don't think Sansa didn't
so
really like Arya, right? So
Sansa's just in her own little fucking world.
Right.
Want to be queen.
So they're talking about for some reason they're talking about Varys. Like it was just weird that he came up in the conversation. And just like, oh, we can't trust him because he's a eunuch because you don't know what they want. It's like, okay, I guess. So
I enjoy how they egg each other on about and just saying
just saying shit about each other, and then he's like, yeah, you know, like some people love their brother and do weird shit with them. Yeah, and
if that happened to get out, and you know, and then you realize that knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, and then
like, oh yeah, you want some power? Fuck
Cersei,
this.
Cersei plays this amazingly. Because he's like, knowledge is power. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, seize him. Fucking cut his throat.
I thought he was like, dead. Sure.
Yeah. So my first time through, so did I.
Yeah,
and then she's like,
time through, it was like, yeah, he's dead. Fuck it.
She's like, no, I changed my mind. Turn around, close your eyes, whatever, right?
Take 2 paces, step 3 paces back, turn around, close your eyes.
Yeah. And then she's like, power is power. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. Right. Deal with it, class. We could do this 100 times in this episode.
We could probably do this throughout the entire fucking season.
It's true.
We gotta come with a soundboard when that happens.
That's a good idea.
Good sound for that.
Yeah. The Thug Life, because it's that Dr. Dre song, right?
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Okay, I'll work on that for next week.
All right, sweet. So, Rob has one of the Lannister people, and he says, all right, I'm gonna send you to King's Landing. Here's my offer for peace. So release my sisters, give me back the remains of my father and his men, and what was the other one? Oh, and renounce the North.
Is renounce the North.
That's right. So renounce the North, and if you step foot up here, we're gonna fuck you up,
bitches.
And if you say no to this, we're gonna litter the South with Lannister blood. Thug life. Anyway, so and so after he says we're gonna litter the South with Lannister blood, the Lannister kid says, but King Joffrey is a Baratheon, and Rob says, is he? Like,
is he really?
So awesome. So that kid leaves. So Theon's like, you know, I should go talk to my dad because you're gonna need some boats, and he's got boats. And
what's up, bruh?
So it'll be, you know, and your father raised me to be an honorable man.
Yeah.
Raised me, Theon, to be an honorable man. Theon. Yes. Honorable man.
Yeah, it specified Theon. Which is interesting. I didn't like it. You don't pick up on that shit the first time.
Right. So Rob's talking to Catelyn, and she's like, you can't bring him into this. He rebelled. And Rob's like, well, I'm rebelling. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this is what we need. And she's like, I don't trust him. Balon Greyjoy is a fucking cockknocker. I'm paraphrasing a bit.
She basically, your dad had to go to war to get him in line.
Right. So, yeah, again, I'm paraphrasing.
Pretty good paraphrasing.
So, but she's like, you know what? I need to go home. I haven't seen Bran and Rickon in months, and it's getting crazy. And Rob's like, you can't go home. She's like,
I need to go somewhere else.
What the fuck? She's like, I need you to go talk to Renly.
But you've got so many other people that can do this for me.
Yeah, no, you need to go talk to Renly and make shit happen.
You're the only one I trust.
Yeah, because with Renly and Rob working together, what would they say? 2-1, they outnumber them, right? So, sounds like a great plan.
Great plan.
Wonder where it's gonna go.
Oh.
Okay, so what's that? Yeah, it can't possibly go wrong.
It
Good
can.
guys always win.
Yeah,
what could,
obviously.
what
Like,
could
in Game
possibly
of Thrones,
go
the
wrong?
good guy always
Good
gets
guys
the win.
always get, and the plan always goes exactly how they
Always
Exactly.
works. It always works.
So we go to the throne room, and Joffrey's got like people like all over the place. And,
He's redecorating, man.
and
Did you
Cersei
know
comes in, and she's like, "Yeah." Cersei comes in, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Well, you know, I'll give the
Well, I hired the Property Brothers.
Right.
And,
I'll give the Targaryens a lot of credit. You know, they were conquerors. This room, that chair, this should be about conquerors." And it's like, motherfucker, what the fuck did you conquer? You conquered nothing.
the throne room.
Right. So
That guy's mouth with the bottle of wine.
yeah. So then he.
Nope.
No.
Can't conquer that kid.
Can't conquer that kid.
So
Gotta
then.
get sound.
So then he's like, you know, I heard this disgusting rumor. I heard this rumor about you and Uncle Jamie. And she's like, well, you know, our enemies will say anything. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, I also heard that, you know, father had a bunch of other babies when he got tired of you. And he's like, he said something about like how many women did he fuck or whatever.
It says how many bastards are out there.
Right. And she, what did he say that made her slap him?
It was something about him fucking whores or something
Right.
like that.
And so she slaps him, and
Hard.
everybody, and like the room just stops and
Yeah.
like looks, and it's like,
I can
oh,
have you killed for that.
it's
kid.
like, you should be fucking dead right now. It's like, you never hit me again, and walks away.
Yeah. And then the next scene is everybody.
Well, no, the next scene is
Yeah.
Roz showing around the new girl at the whorehouse.
That's not how you do it.
And this
Yeah.
is where our boob count hits
Well,
the freaking numbers.
It's funny because Roz is having the exact same conversation that Baelish had with her in season 1.
Well, she clearly learned very
She
quickly.
learned, yeah. I mean, and she, you know, it seems like she's kind of running the place when he's not there.
yeah.
So,
Good for her.
yeah, so
Good up for her.
she's showing the girl around, and then fucking Slint and the City Watch roll in, and they got this,
Yeah.
they got this
Makes a
dude.
reference like, oh, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, so he's boned Roz apparently.
A couple times.
So they're like, she's like, hey, you know whose place this is, right? Like this is Lord Baelish. He's master of
She
coin.
says, don't call him Littlefinger. He hates being called
Right.
Littlefinger. And then he says, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
care what Littlefinger says.
I don't care what Littlefinger thinks. So yeah, why would he like that nickname? Nobody would want to be called Littlefinger. It's like it is derogatory.
What do you mean?
So they get the guy. They have like a guy, and he's like pointing somebody out. And so they drag this girl out with the baby, and the guy like nods, like, yes, this is the one. And the one guy takes the baby, and Slint's like, you know, we got to do this. And the guy looks at him, and he's like, just fucking kill the baby. And the guy won't do it, so he's like, whatever. And he walks over with his knife and just
Sink.
right. And then the next like 2 minutes of this episode are just black-haired kids getting killed. Like, it's like, if you have black hair right now and you're in King's Landing, you might want to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
Because they drown
Fast.
the one kid. They fucking you see the guy carrying the baby by its ankle.
Yeah.
Like,
Brutal.
oh my god. So
Just brutal.
then you
And-
see
and
them.
The
Oh,
one thing I'll have a problem with now is nobody was up in arms about this episode.
Right.
But as soon as Sansa gets fucking raped,
Which we don't see.
which we don't see at all.
yeah, but
It's the
see,
fan.
and that's why it's worse. Because when you don't see it, it's worse.
I know. Well, you don't see the baby get this
Right,
throat slit.
right. But in your head, you see it.
Oh, yeah.
In your head.
In your head.
Yeah, I was going there too.
Don't.
Stop.
You
In
fuckers.
your head.
You
Okay,
motherfuckers. So then you see them holding the armorer's like face to the smelt,
Yeah.
And they're like, where is he? Where'd he go?
What's his name?
Yeah.
How do we know him?
How do we know him?
Not Gendry. It's Gendry.
It's Gendry. I'm right? It's Gendry.
Gendry. He says Gendry.
Yeah, he says Gendry.
So Tay, when you listen to this, you're fucking wrong.
Oh.
Thug life.
The glasses just came down. Deal with it. So then we see his bull helmet. He puts it down, jumps on the cart, pulls Arya up, and it's like, yeah, they're on the road. They're gonna be like, yeah, right, yes, exactly.
No trip to the wall, guys.
What? Who wants to be a member of the Night's Watch? I do. This guy does. Spoiler, none of them make it. What? So that's credits.
Yeah.
Season 1.
It was an awesome episode.
Or season 2, starting strong.
To start the season, it was an awesome start to the season. Like, you got everything.
Yeah, because it's like, it's good. Everybody was, like, all the main people were there. And, even if it was just Arya for a second, but...
Yeah. I mean, like, whatever.
It's good, though. Man, season 2 is great. Still not as, like, season 3 is, like, the penultimate season so far.
Right.
So far. Hopefully season 7, wait, what are we going to do? 6? That's going to be the new one? Hopefully season 6 will be better than season 5. Maybe, who knows? Maybe when I get to my second watch of season 5, maybe it'll be better.
Or it could be worse. Like, man, how did we get through the season?
I don't know. Maybe. So, no big news this week. Did you guys happen to see any news?
I didn't see anything, no.
Okay, I even went through again today just to see if, like, I caught anything. Nothing.
Brutal.
Yeah, so this is gonna get, the news section is gonna get real rough for the next the next couple of months.
Well, until
until
I
May.
think, I'm sure they're wrapped anyway.
No, they're not. They're still filming.
They're still wrapped.
Oh yeah, they're still filming. They're filming in Ireland right now.
Ireland. All right then.
Yeah. So should we go out with Irish accents?
Oh yeah.
That sounded way more like Canadian. Oh yeah, eh?
Yeah. How's it going, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we could probably cut it there.
All right.
Anybody got anything else they want to say? Oh,
Takes count.
Boob count was 6. Was it 6?
It was 6. It all happened in the.
There was the girl banging, and then there was
like 2 girls walking by.
Yeah.
And that was it. There was nothing else.
There was nothing else.
Shay kept it together.
Yeah, Shay kept
it all
together.
Okay, you're right. I think I was expecting Shay to like.
Yeah.
Because she's a whore.
Oh, that's not right.
She kept it all in.
Yeah.
No,
Tucked away.
That's good. All right. Well, thanks for listening and watching Rabble of Thrones this week. We'll see you guys next week.
Same time.
Same bat time. Same bat channel.